Oh, help, my daughter has a boyfriend. Oh, she's so small to have a boyfriend. Help, help, oh, help. So we come at the stage where we cry for help. We want everybody to come and help us take care of our children. And sometimes we are so tired. We want to push them to the boarding school. We are so tired. We want to get a nanny to take care of them. We are so tired. We want to get people who come and help us take care of the children because we don't want to talk, because we don't want to make noise, because this is a bother to us. But let me tell you something. You, mother and father, are the only people that can truly take care of your children the way you want to model them. Nobody can help you. Boarding house can never help you. So people say they send their children to boarding house to go and be responsible. If you as a father or mother do not teach your children responsibility, nobody outside will, because the people outside, it's just like saying a pastor should pray for you. A pastor can only pray for you to the level he knows your challenge. But you are the one that can pray for yourself the way you know how it pinches you. When I laugh when I see people say they went to a pastor they don't know, or somebody they don't even know. Like, if you know a pastor who you have been under for years, you have been planted under that church, the person will be able to know certain things about you, right? Not a total stranger you don't know, you just carry money and give and say you want them to pray for you. You are the one that can pray for yourself. You are the one that can deliver yourself. So your daughter is cheating, or rather your daughter is having a boyfriend, and what have you done about it? And how did it even get to that stage? Let us start from the foundation. When you don't spend time with your children as a parent, or as parents, to have conversations with them about sex, about marriage, about relationship, about dating, your children will hear those information from outsiders. And tomorrow you come out, oh, my children, my son has a boyfriend, a girlfriend, my daughter has a boyfriend, and you are scared. Let me give you a scenario here. My daughter had a diary where she writes everything that happens to her. And as much as I'm very open to my children, I tell them to tell me everything. My daughter still had a diary. And do you know that when your children have diaries, how often do you even go through their diaries? Do you even know they have diaries? My daughter had a diary from when she was 7+. She had a diary, and I got to see the diary. How did I even get to see this diary? Her younger one, she's one of the triplets. Her brothers came up and told me, Mommy, Penny wrote something in her diary. See what she wrote about me in her diary. And my heart just skipped, but I was calm. Because I know that I had told them to a level of, I've opened up to them that they have to tell me everything. I'm the only person that can be their best friend. Their father is the only person that can. We as a parent can only be their best friend. Outsiders can never be their best friend. And they should tell us all the secret and keep the secret from outside. Have you seen? So they are trusting me to tell me everything. Even my other son, the day he had a girl he liked, he told me. And he told me how the relationship started. As young as they are, they know these things. They know what crush means. So they told me. I allowed him to be vulnerable. He told me everything. And when my son was, I think, 6 years old, he was in church one day. And a girl came to him and said, Daniel, can we be friends? I want you to be my boyfriend. And he said, we cannot do boyfriend and girlfriend now. We are not up to the age. And when this boy told me this thing, I was proud. He came by himself to tell me. That's because I opened up to them to tell me everything. I told my children that there's nothing like bum or private part, although they are still used to calling it bum. It is called either penis or vagina. They should know these things. I told them you cannot touch somebody's own and the person cannot touch your own. It is private, and that is why it's called private part. It's for your own use. Nobody touches it. Now, a lot of people go to send their children to youth seminars. Not because, yes, you must have done your own part as a parent. But have you ever spent time? How often do you even spend time with these children? Do you know their best friends? Do you know the cartoon they watch? Do you know the conversations they hold? Do you bash into their rooms? Because I bash into my children's room. I want to see what they are doing. I want to know. If I'm upstairs on my own floor and they are in their floor, which is the middle floor, and they are saying anyone, I call them to settle that word, to clear it. And now a lot of you, okay, now like if they're in the ground floor shouting, I want to know why they're shouting. Some of you are tired. Oh, I don't want. When your children go to the boarding school, the other children will teach them what responsibility is. Sometimes they molest them, and they cannot tell anybody. You go to boarding school to meet your children. How well equipped are they to go to a boarding school to face other children who are from broken homes, who are from homes that they do not even care, who are from homes that they use the F word and nobody tells them anything? How often do you speak to your children? How often do you hold conversations with your children? How often do you raise points? How often do you jump into them saying things and cutting it and telling them how it's supposed to be? Do you really want to have balanced children? I crave to have balanced children. I crave to have children that when I go to Jesus' feet, you say, yes, you faithful and good servant. Because God gave those children to us as custodians. They are not ours. And if we understand this very well, we will not just pursue career, pursue degrees, pursue everything, pursue money, and at the end of the day, we will become so wealthy with a broken home. We will become so wealthy with drug addicts as children. We will become so wealthy with prostitutes as our own girls. But God forbid, prostitution cannot be the order of the day in our families. Today we talk about Boko Haram, we talk about insurgency, we talk about drug addiction. It all came from different homes. Who is your daughter's friend? Who is your son's friend? And most times when my children come, this person is my friend, I ask them, if that person is your friend, are you the person's friend? Because sometimes people become our friends for benefits. I have had such friends, and I thank God that today I have, removed myself from that kind of web, where I take people as my friend and they take me as a friend for benefits. I have told my children the difference between friendship, the difference between an acquaintance. Who is your acquaintance? Excuse me. I have spoken to them. So when I picked up my daughter's diary and looked at it, I read through it. She was reporting her siblings to the diary. And if I did not come into that diary to check what my daughter is writing, excuse me, one day she will get a real boyfriend who she can talk to. It will no longer be the diary. An abuse will set in. She will now have low self-esteem. A lot. She told the diary deep things that I know about, her siblings knew about. And I told her, I said, the diary should not take my place as your mother. The diary should not take your father's place. When your children begin to have a diary, they write everything that you do not know about. That is a boyfriend in their life. And once that diary becomes a human being, I don't know if you understand, like she now becomes in metamorphosis. I don't even know the word to use. It grows into a human being. She now starts having a boyfriend she can be talking to. That diary has now become a human being, has become flesh. And she'll begin to say things to that person. That person will now begin to counsel her. It's no longer be the counsel you give that child. Because when you give your children counsel, you give them godly counsel. You begin to teach them the word of God. You begin to, align their thoughts with the word of God in the perspective of the eye of God. How God sees. In the word of God, it is precept upon precept, lines upon lines. It's not a fast thing. It's not something you just grab and go. So how often do you have conversation with your children? Your teenage child who is 18 is already having a boyfriend. In our context in Nigeria, it is not acceptable. In the Western world, yes, it is, because even 16 years have boyfriends or girlfriends. But here in Nigeria, our cultures and norms do not let that. A child must be at least in the university. And I tell my children that it is not wrong to have a boyfriend. It is not wrong to have a girlfriend. But it has to be in the right way. No touching, no kissing, no cuddling. It has to be done in the right way. If your boyfriend eventually grows into becoming your husband, fine. But I told my daughter, I told my children, I say, when a man sleeps with you, when a woman sleeps with you, they can never respect you, they can never trust you. But every relationship that is done clean, and I thank God that I can boldly say I and my husband never did anything. We never slept with each other until we got married. So I am bold to advise them in that light. Because if I'm lying, my husband will be like, look at this woman. He won't trust me. If my husband is lying, I'll be like, look at this man. I can't trust him. But this is the truth. The total truth. So when you cry, oh, my daughter, my 8-year-old daughter, my 9-year-old daughter, he's already having a boyfriend. Madam, sit down. Uncle, daddy, mommy, sit down. Talk about it. Start from when they are small. Bash into their rooms once in a while. Check what they are doing. Check what they are reading. Do you even know the books your children read? What is that thing that interests them? My children, sports, skating, football, interest them. So I know their interest. If you go to their wardrobe, you see, as you open the wardrobe, you see different football stars, football legends there. What is that thing that you know very well interests your children? Build up on it. Hold conversations with them. The other day, my daughter asked me, Mommy, is it this one you say a man cannot touch us? Is it when we now marry, a man will touch us? Does it mean you and daddy touch each other? And I told her, I said, Peniel, I told her everything. I said, but when you are married, you will know what you are supposed to do. I said, the touching comes only when you are married. It is when you are married, you will know what you are supposed to do. Because I know that even before she gets married, we will have the same conversation. I will give her another level of training. But now they do not understand. So I teach them according to their age. As they keep growing up, in those days, I cannot tell them vagina or penis. We use the front bum bum and the back bum bum. But as they grew up, I had to call them again for another meeting to tell them. So as they keep growing, when they are 18, you know, my communication with them will change. When they are 16, my communication with them will change. So please, parents, as we celebrate Valentine's, as we celebrate love, hold meetings with your children. From 2 years, hold meetings. From the time they can say, Daddy, keep holding meetings. My friend told me, why will you be holding meetings with children who don't know what they are doing? And today we are used to holding such meetings. And it's helping me. Remember, mothers, when a child is bad, they will say it is you. When a child is good, they will say it's the husband. No matter how horrible your husband is, they will say he's a good man. So mothers, fathers, spend time with your children. Spend time with your children. It's better than spending money. And you parents will always shield your children from wrong. If you are paying, you are siding your child, like you are supporting your child for evil doings, you will grow up to pay to hire a lawyer to defend your child in court. As you are defending these children now, you pay a lawyer to defend these children when they are grown. Be careful. Parenting is not easy. Do your due diligence. Check the kind of friends they have in school. Find out who their teachers are. Like for me, before my children have friends, I will find out the kind of parents, the kind of the ideology of that family. It's important because if you are not careful, they will inculcate that into your children. Let us be careful in parenting. Parents, let us be wise. And if you have watched this video to this point, give this video a like, a share, and subscribe to our channel, and like the video, and super thank the video, and see you in our next one. Bye.